keeping God your heart with all diligence above all that you guard, for out of it flows the springs of life. Freely to the Most High. You look for words to express to him how important to you. You take a word and then you go put it into Google or whatnot and get synonyms for that word. To say to him over and over and over. When you love somebody, you're constantly trying to give them different ways, like a diamond that's multifaceted in the way it's cut. If the light hit it here, it shows in so many different areas. You become expressive. David was like this, and that's why a lot of people like to read, because David was very expressive. He will use like he wouldn't call them parables, but he'll use things and say, well, the Most High is like this. Solomon, when he wrote in the Proverbs, did this to a certain degree. Paul does it. These are people that love truth. The scriptures say you shall know the truth and the truth shall make you free. I'm saying to you today that looking at that concept, if you know the truth, if you eat the right food, get the right spiritual diet, that's truth. And then pray and spend time with the Holy Spirit. That's the flowing of the Most High mixed with truth. That's going to make you free. That truth going to make you free from spiritual constipation, heart clogging, the arteries being clogged with all kind of fat. No, that truth. That's why you got to study it. That's why you got to study it. A lot of people, and I learned this, through a simple process that most adults have experienced this. And that's attending a funeral. I learned from a child. I watched people at a funeral, and I learned something. You watch people, when it's time to view the body. Or more than that, when they close the coffin for the last time for the person, that relative, or when they start to roll that coffin out, you'll see people some people just lose it. It's like they're trying to hold on to the coffin. They're crying more than anybody in there. And you would think most of the time, some people would think, just looking at it, that person must really love that person in the coffin. But you know what I come to realize? After attending and then after knowing some family members, knowing the family member who's in the coffin and knowing the family member who's doing all that crying and knowing their life, you know what I come to realize? A lot of times that's people who were spiritually constipated in their heart and did not love a higher enough to tell that person while they were living how much they loved them. And so now they having an outburst, because with constipation, eventually it's going to come out of you. It's just been there a long time. Now on that day, they're going to bring forth. But what good is that going to do the person in the coffin? When you had 24 hours in every day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you had all that time to tell that person how you felt. But you want to know why some people won't tell them? Go back to that statement I gave you. Love is a free expression of the will. Love could have blessed that person that's dead in that coffin. It could have blessed them months ago. Because love want to flow through you freely. But here's the problem. However, it costs so much to get through the human filter of the heart. A filter is something that's there to keep things from flowing. Things you heard from your mama about your aunt cause you not to like your aunt. So now you got a filter built up so you won't express how you feel. Even though she's been good to you, but she wasn't good to mama because of what you understood. But you don't know the whole story. This is how some people live their life. What's another type of filter? Or something that could clog up the flow? Rape, molestation, verbal abuse from somebody that you respected. They messed you up years ago. That's the devil's job. He want to mess you up as a young child. So now that the spirit want to move through you and he tell you to speak to somebody, well, I ain't going to speak to him because, they probably not going to listen to me. Listen, that's constipation. That's clogging up. That's a filter. That's hindering the free flow of love. Then the person died. Are you here? Now you're crying. For what? You can't do nothing now. You're going to have to stand before higher on what you didn't do. That's one thing about Shep. This is one thing I learned at an early age. And what helped me with it is my dad not being in my life. I shared this with those that I pastored the other day. This thing was supposed to cripple me. What do you mean, Shep? When I saw the document that represented my presentation into the earth, after my mom birthed me out, they typed some numbers and letters on a document. They call it a birth certificate. Had my name that they were giving me, had how much I weighed, my race. I'm a Negro. People say black. I don't like black. I'm not black. I'm ruddy. I'm mahogany. I'm reddish brown, what the Bible calls ruddy. I'm not a black man, so I don't let people label me. I'm of a people. I'm a Negro. And if you don't know who a Negro is, you better start doing some studying. When people figure out who the Negro is and realize that they've been treating the Negro who they thought was low class, when they come to find out who the Negroes are, the Latino, the American Indian, I ain't gonna get into that today. Just because society treats you other than what the Most High call you. He bring you from a tribe of priests and he bring you from a tribe of kings. But because of the sin, you get scattered throughout the nations and they treat you like dirt. But I know who I am. I know it says Negro. I didn't have my mom's name, mother's name. But then my eyes moved over to the block that said father's name. And the block wasn't empty. I don't remember the block being empty. The block simply said unknown. I looked at that block. 50% of my DNA supposed to come from my mom, 50% come from my dad. He got 50% from his mom and dad, so I would get 25% from my grandparents on his side. That whole side is blocked off to me. Statistically, I was supposed to grow up and be on drugs, be in prison, be mad, join a gang. Statistically. But the Most High gave me a grandmother that knew him. And she took me under her wings and loved me. I believe a child needs a father. I do. But sometimes a father that don't know what he's doing can be more harmful than not having one. And I ain't gonna get into that on here. But my dad did the harm. And the Most High must have saw fit to not have him have anything to do with me being raised. Because if he would have raised me, based on what I know about him, I wouldn't be the man that I am here today. But the Most High preserved me and kept me. Then at 18, sent me into the military. And he began to teach me certain things through his word. He made me a father. I'm not the best. Made me a husband. I'm not the best husband. My desire was to be the best husband. I'm sure I made mistakes. But when I made those mistakes, I went back to look and see what his word says. Because I want to love my wife with complete love. I had no man to teach me that. Even some of those in the church, he kept me away from them. Because just because they holler on Sunday don't mean that they walk the walk through the week. He taught me through his word. And I'm married now 42 years, same woman, in love with her. And he's blessed me with children. 3 biological ones. And a good group of honorary ones now. So that unknown was supposed to cripple me on that birth certificate. It was supposed to be a polyp, a cancer in the spiritual colon. It was supposed to be constipation that would hinder me from helping others. But he freed me through the Spirit. This old country boy from South Georgia who got a block that says unknown to his daddy. That's my natural birth certificate. But November of 1983, there was a document typed without the hands of man. And in that block of father, it was very clear. The father of Shep is a higher, sure higher. That's the Hebrew. But in the English, I am that I am. Ah, that's my daddy. And what my natural daddy did or did not do, his name wasn't in the block. But a higher freed my system and delivered me from what could have constipated, clogged, and hindered the flow of his spirit. And because of the freedom that he brought me, I declared his words, not only here in Georgia, not only here in the United States, not only here in North America, but I declared his word on the continent of Asia, the Middle East, the Far East, the Pacific Islands. Don't let nothing hinder you from the flow. It ain't about me. It ain't about me not having my biological daddy in my life. I teach this. If I lose it, I didn't need it. I don't need it to accomplish the task. The Most High is not going to take something from me that I need to accomplish his will. If I lose it, I didn't need it. And I ain't going to sit there all day long with my head down, boo-hoo, crying. I'm going to lift my head up. That's my motto. Move forward. I expressed it in a poem that the Holy Spirit helped me to create. I'm going to try to remember the words here. In seeking after thee, talking about the Father, the one that's not unknown, he's known. In seeking after thee, I lose my identity. Huh? I don't want my own identity. Daddy, I want your identity. In seeking after thee, I lose my identity. My heart's desire is to be consumed in your holy fire. I want you to come upon me, and I want you to come in me like a horseshoe. When they put it in that fire, the fire is bright orange color. The horseshoe is black and it's iron. But when they stick it in the fire and leave it in there, the fire consumes that iron. Not only does it come upon it, it goes in it, changing the molecular structure, at least that's what I believe, until it begins to glow. So that what I'm in is now in me. Oh my, you want to get in the I am till the I am get in you. Then when he lifts you up, you'll be a light unto men. And he'll use you to brand. It's like ranchers will take that hard iron and they got their initials on it to show that this cattle belongs to me. But they can't get it to mark that thing until it gets hot enough. Seeking after thee, I lose my identity. Yet my heart's desire is to be consumed by your holy fire. That's your trials you go through. That's the fire. But you don't stop just because it's fire. Let the fire burn in you. Change you and make you what you ought to be. The last verse to that poetic poem is moving forward. I will pursue. Until at last, I'm totally like you. Now, that don't mean I'm totally like him being God. What that means is I take on his DNA, all parts of it. I'm a representative of him. I want my mind to be like him. My spirit is already like him. I'm a new creature. My mind is being renewed in the things of him. But one day my body is going to be spiritual. It's not going to be human. It's going to be an immaterial glowing substance. He's shining in light. And the Bible tells me that one day I'm going to be like him. That I shall be called the sons of God. And it does not appear what you shall be, but we know that when we see him, we shall be like him. Yeah. So moving forward, I will pursue. Until at last, I'm totally like you. That's my goal. I want to be like Christ. You hear me? And I ain't going to let no constipation. I ain't going to let nothing come my system, the saints. Don't say I love you, you know, man. Forget that. Daughter, that son needs to hear the words, I love you. Now open your mouth and let me flow through you. If he create a song and give it to me and say, now share this with your daughters or share it with your son, Shep's desire is to open my mouth and share that song. Now, they may not have expected it. That ain't my problem. I'm free. Like a funnel. When he pour in me, I don't want nothing in there filtering what he wants to come out. This is how you want to live your life, saints. There's a crown of life set for you. Don't live this life constipated. Don't live this life clogged up. Don't live this life full of mess. Eat the right diet, his word. Drink the right substance, the word flowing through you, the spirit. And let him flow through you. Does this make sense? Somebody might say, well, how do I do that, Shep? I'm going to end with this. All right, let me know if you can still hear me. I haven't seen a comment. I asked, does it make sense? Absolutely. There you go. So be it. Yeah, it makes sense. All right. Y'all there. I'm going to end with this. Philippians 2, chapter number 12. This is how you protect your spiritual digestive tract, your heart. Keep it in God, for out of it flows the issues of life. I'm going to show you how you do it. Philippians 2, verse number 12. I'm reading out Amplified Bible Classic. It said, therefore, my dear ones. That's probably the word beloved. The word beloved means dearly loved. In order for you to express dear love, you can't be constipated. You can't be clogged up. You tell people how you feel. You tell the Most High how you feel. You tell people how you feel. If Shep love you and he communicates with you, you're going to know Shep love you. And I can tell sometimes when I say to people, it makes them feel a little uncomfortable because in their homes, they haven't grown up, especially with men saying, I love you. Men may have given them money, drive them to the game, but daddy or uncle, they didn't say, I love you. Well, that ain't Shep's issue. I'm a different kind of man. I've been processed in a certain way, and I'm a funnel. If he's saying he loves you and he wants me to tell you, Shep gonna tell you. And he gonna tell you over and over and over again. You may get tired of him telling you. That ain't Shep's problem. Shep's free. And he wants the Most High's love to flow through him. I'm free, and I want the Most High's love to flow through me. All right, verse 12. Therefore, my dear ones, have you always obeyed my suggestions, so now, not only with the enthusiasm you would show in my presence, but much more because I am absent. Work out, cultivate, carry to the goal, and fully complete your own salvation. Salvation there is your deliverance. Work out is a process. When you chew food, drink the water, and swallow it, a process begins. You got to let that word work out of you. You got to let that word work through you. Not just when you're around people that's spiritual so you can look good. No, when you're not around them, that's integrity. Who you are when you by yourself, that's you. I'm going to say that again. You want to know who you are? You ain't the one they gave the award to for perfect attendance. That ain't that, you know. I mean, thank Most High you showed up on time. But if you want to know who you really are, watch what you do when nobody's watching. Especially somebody you respect. What you do when you are alone, that's who you are. Did you hear me? In case you didn't, I'm going to say it again. What you do when you are by yourself, alone, you're really not alone, how you see you. That's who you are.